For all the silent sacrifices, the dreams you set aside for mine, the nights you stayed awake and worried and said that everything was fine. You carried more than I could see, and never asked for thanks from me. Now every step I take in life was built by your unseen goodbyes. You wore the same old coat for years, while buying mine brand new. You hid your tired hands behind your back, like they had nothing left to prove. You skipped your share at dinner tables, said you'd eaten long before. But now I see the truth inside of what your hunger covered for. You made hard times feel softer, you made little feel enough, and somehow turned your broken days into a home built out of love. For all the silent sacrifices, the road you walked alone at night, the tears you never let me witness, the battles hidden from my sight. You gave your youth so I could dream, you held together everything, and now I finally understand. Love looked like your weathered hands. You worked through winters feeling endless, through summers without rest. While I complained about tomorrow, you gave today your best. You smiled through your exhaustion just to keep my world at peace, and every burden that you carried made my own feeling complete. I thought love was something spoken in grand and beautiful ways, but yours was quiet repetition, shown in ordinary days. For all the silent sacrifices, for every prayer whispered alone, for every fear you kept from reaching, the children safely growing home. If I become half of who you are, that alone would take me far. And every dream I'm living now still carries your fingerprints somehow. I never thanked you when I should've. I thought there'd always be more time to say I saw the weight you carried, to say your life changed mine. So hear me now through every year, through every distance, every mile. Your quiet love became my strength, your pain became my smile. For all the silent sacrifices, for every unseen thing you gave, I hope this song this. Thank you for my life. Your hands built my world, brick by brick, day by day. While I was busy chasing sunlight, you kept the storms away. You carried weight I never noticed, stood steady when the ground would shake. Everything I proudly stand on now was shaped by all you gave. Your hands built my world. Before I learned to write my name, you signed away your wants, trading comfort for responsibility without applause or songs. Early trains and late night shifts, shoes worn thin from endless miles. You came home tired beyond belief, still greeted me with smiles. I thought the lights just stayed on, I thought the table filled itself. I never saw how much you gave while giving less to yourself. Your hands built my world, through winters cold and summers long. You made weakness look like courage, and hardship sound like song. You turned small rooms into safety, made uncertainty feel warm. And every dream I'm living now was sheltered through your storms. Your hands built my world. You patched together broken seasons when money disappeared. Somehow birthdays still felt magic, though I know you carried fear. You hid your worries in silence behind ordinary days, making sure I walked ahead while you absorbed the weight. I measured love in spoken words, in grand displays I'd see, but yours was packed in lunchbox notes and waiting up for me. Your hands built my world, with aching backs and restless nights. You lifted futures on your shoulders and called the burden light. Now I see the road behind me, every step has your fingerprints. The life I call my own today exists because you didn't quit. Your hands built my world. And if these hands of mine can give half the strength that yours once did, then maybe I can honor the way you always lived. No statue stands to tell your story, no headlines speak your name, but everything I've ever loved exists because you came. Your hands built my world. Though time has changed their shape, I still see everything they made in every path I take. And long after these years are gone, one truth will still unfold. My life began inside the care your worn out hands could hold. Your hands built my world. meals you never skipped for us, though yours were cold by then. You made sure every plate was full. Again and again, you always said you weren't hungry, with that familiar smile. But now I know you gave your share to make our lives worthwhile. And every table memory still carries what you did. Love was served in quiet ways, in the meals you never skipped. You stood before the sunrise came, coffee barely touched, packing lunches, folding napkins, while mornings hurried us. You knew exactly who liked what, who needed something warm. You memorized our little words and kept our days from harm. You ate standing in the kitchen after everyone had gone, and somehow called that enough before another day moved on. The meals you never skipped for us, the portions you gave away, the tired feet behind the stove, at the end of every day. We never saw your empty plate or heard the things you hid. Now I taste your love in every meal you quietly gave to live. Holiday dinners stretch so far, with very little there, yet somehow every cousin left, like abundance filled the air. You saved the better pieces and placed them on our plates, while saying you preferred the rest, though we now know that wasn't fate. Your love was never flashy, it never asked to shine. It looked like burned fingertips and giving us your time. The meals you never skipped for us, though yours grew small and late. You fed our hopes with every bite, and patience on each plate. Now restaurants and crowded rooms still bring me back to this. The richest thing I've ever known was what you chose to miss. If I could cook one evening back, I'd tell you sit and rest. I'd fill your plate before my own and give you nothing less. I'd watch you eat without rushing, without worry on your face, and thank you for the 1,000 nights you fed us through your grace. The meals you never skipped for us still live in who I am, in every chair around my home, in every joint pair of hands, and all those nights are long gone now. One truth remains so clear: love tasted like the food you made. and your presence always near. The meals you never skipped still feed me after all these years.
You gave me spring when all I knew was colder weather. You found the light when I could barely hold together. When every road looked unfinished and every prayer felt paper thin, you placed your hope inside my hands and taught my heart to bloom again. You gave me spring. I wore exhaustion like a shadow. It followed every step I made. Days felt heavy as unopened curtains, keeping out the break of day. I learned how silence can get louder when dreams begin to disappear. Then you arrive with quiet patience and made the future reappear. You didn't promise easy answers, you simply stayed when nights ran long. And somehow your steady presence helped me hear tomorrow's song. You gave me spring in seasons I thought would never change. You helped the broken parts within me start believing once again. When I was lost inside December, certain warmth would never begin. You opened windows in my soul and let the sunlight back walk in. You gave me spring. There were mornings I avoided mirrors, afraid of who I'd become, living in unfinished chapters, waiting for a page to turn. You spoke gently to my failures, like they were lessons, not the end. And every time I nearly gave up, you helped me rise again. You saw gardens in the ruins, while I only saw the rain. And because you kept believing, I began to grow again. You gave me spring through trembling hands and tired eyes. You rebuilt skies above my world where storms had lived for years inside. And now the flowers I carry started from the seeds you planted then. Everything alive in me began the day you walked in. You gave me spring. Some people leave footprints, some rewrite your sky. Some arrive so quietly, you don't know they changed your life. But years from now I'll still remember who helped me breathe when hope grew thin. The one who stood beside my winter and gave me spring. Now warm winds fill the spaces that used to ache with snow, and life feels brighter than the version of myself I used to know. If gratitude could become music, this would be the song I'd sing, for the one who stayed through winter and gave me spring. The life you carried for us was heavier than we knew. 1,000 unseen burdens hidden in the things you do. You wore exhaustion quietly, like it was part of getting by, and built tomorrow with your strength while setting your own dreams aside. The life you carried for us. Before the city lights came on, you were already on your way. Factories, buses, fields, and offices, all before the break of day. Rain on jackets, worn out shoes, bills stacked high upon the shelf. Still somehow you made it seem like struggle belonged to no one else. You learned to swallow disappointment so we could laugh without concern, and turn your hardest chapters into lessons we could learn. The life you carried for us bent your shoulders through the years. You hid uncertainty behind routines and wiped away your fears. You made impossible look ordinary and scarcity feel small. We grew up standing safely because you stood through it all. The life you carried for us. Vacations lived in photographs that rarely came to life. You postponed your own wishes to survive another night. Birthday still arrived with candles even when money disappeared. You made celebration happen while quietly carrying fear. You never asked for recognition, never needed praise at all. You simply kept on moving whenever life became too tall. The life you carried for us was made of overtime and pain, missed sleep and silent pressure, walking miles through wind and rain. And now I see the years you gave that youth could never understand. Everything we call comfort now was built from where you chose to stand. The life you carried for us. History won't remember the names of ordinary souls who kept entire families alive while paying heavy tolls. But inside every peaceful home and every child who freely dreams lives the story of a generation, strong beyond what anyone sees. The life you carried for us still echoes through these days, in every chance we now receive and every easier way. And though time has changed your footsteps, one truth remains, because we are standing here today because you carried life for us. Even when you were tired, you opened that front door smiling, with the whole day on your shoulders, still somehow gentle and shining. Your eyes look like midnight hours, but your voice felt warm and bright. You made exhaustion disappear every single night, even when you were tired. The clock would crawl past dinner, and we would wait to hear your keys, and footsteps down the hallway, like comfort arriving quietly. Your uniform smelled like long hours, your sleeves were lined with dust, but somehow you would kneel right down and make time only for us. You never brought your hardest days into the rooms we knew. You left your worries at the door before you walked into view. Even when you were tired, you laughed at all our little jokes, listened to our endless stories, though your body begged for rest the most. You carried fatigue like silence, never letting pressure show. We only saw your kindness then, not what you hid below. Even when you were tired, some nights you fell asleep sitting with the television low, half-finished tea beside you, too drained to let it go. Morning always came too quickly, yet you rose before the sun, and somehow made another day feel lighter for everyone. As children we mistook your strength as something endless, always there. Now I know resilience looked like quiet love wrapped in wear. Even when you were tired, you still made ordinary feel safe, turned ordinary evenings into memories time won't erase. And now when mirrors show me the years moving through my face, I understand the courage it took to give us your brightest face. Even when you were tired, if I could speak to that younger self, I'd say look a little more at the slowing steps and the pause before the door. Because heroes rarely arrive loudly, sometimes they simply stand inside my soul. I see you clearer now, with gratitude deeper than words require. I remember your smile most, even when you were tired. The warmest place was home. Not grand, not bright, not new. Just faded walls and creaking floors, and windows with familiar views, where laughter lived in narrow halls, and old songs played on radios. We never knew how rich we were in that little place we called our own. The warmest place was home. The couch had marks from years of living. The table leaned a little sideways. Picture frames were slightly crooked, but no one seemed to mind that way. Rain would tap against the rooftop, while dinner scents filled every room. And winter coats by the doorway promised someone would be home soon. Nothing matched perfectly there, but everything somehow belonged, and silence never stayed too long, because love lived in everyday songs. The warmest place was home, where ordinary moments stay. Cartoons on slow Saturday mornings, and homework at the kitchen space. Birthday candles, hallway races, holiday lights we'd leave too long. The world felt softer every night inside the place where we grew strong. The warmest place was home. There was a crack above the doorway, a clock that always ran too fast, a garden struggling every summer, still somehow blooming back. We thought bigger houses mattered, and dreamed of leaving someday soon, never knowing years would make us miss that small familiar room. Time has given larger spaces and different cities, different views, but nowhere feels as deeply safe as where our earliest memories grew. The warmest place was home, not because of what we own, but because no matter what went wrong, we never felt alone. Now every road I travel and every place I roam still searches for the feeling of that quiet little home. The warmest place was home. Some addresses disappear, some buildings fall apart, but certain rooms stay standing forever in your heart. And if I could walk one doorway back, I'd stay a little longer there, listening to familiar voices the air. The warmest place was home. And though those years are gone, that little world still lights my life whenever nights feel long. And no matter where life takes me, one truth remains well known. The safest place I've ever loved was the place we called home. This is what love looks like. It isn't fireworks in the sky. It's waiting in the parking lot and asking how your day went by. It's saving half the better piece and leaving porch lights glowing late. It's showing up without a reason and choosing you in ordinary ways. This is what love looks like. It's coffee made the way you like it, before your eyes are fully awake. It's fixing things that no one notices, just to lighten someone's day. It's reading moods without a warning, knowing when to simply stay near, and understanding certain silences better than 1,000 words could hear. It rarely asks for recognition, it doesn't need a grand display. Its strongest form can often hide inside the smallest parts of day. This is what love looks like. Folded laundry on a chair, checking if you made it safely home, and noticing when you seem scared. It's learning all your fragile places and never using them to win. It's making room for someone else and letting kindness settle in. This is what love looks like. It's old conversations repeated and laughing like they still feel new. It's grocery lists and pharmacy stops and umbrellas brought for two. It's staying through unfinished seasons when easier roads call your name, and finding beauty in familiar faces after years have changed the frame. The world may celebrate beginnings and stories full of dramatic sparks, but lasting devotion quietly grows inside predictable hearts. This is what love looks like. 1,000 unnoticed things, holding doors and holding patience during life's unraveling. It's less about forever promises and more about today, choosing someone over and over in beautifully common ways. This is what love looks like. Someday photographs will fade and flowers won't remain, but the tenderness of daily care outlives passion's loud parade. And when I think of real devotion, it never shouts above. It whispers through repeated acts. That's what becomes true love. This is what love looks like. lives in countless little things that say I'm always there. And if someone loves you quietly, don't miss what they're made of. Because sometimes the simplest moments are exactly what love looks like. You never asked for anything, not praise, not gifts, not your name in lights. You gave your hours without counting and stood beside my hardest nights. You offered more than words could measure and took so little in return. Now I'm living in the kindness I was far too young to learn. You never asked for anything. I borrowed time you couldn't spare and never knew the cost. You answered every sudden call, no matter what you lost. You celebrated every victory like it was your own to claim, and quietly stood behind me without needing any fame. I mistook your constant presence as something life would always bring, never seeing how rare it was to love without bargaining. You never asked for anything, no repayment, no applause. You simply kept on giving without explaining why at all. You made room when life got crowded. You stayed calm when things went wrong, and somehow turned your steady care into the place where I belong. You never asked for anything. You remembered every detail that I forgot to mention twice, the dates that matter most to me, the dreams behind my eyes. When my confidence went missing, you loaned me some of yours and waited patiently outside so I could open doors. Not every hero makes announcements, not every gift arrives wrapped bright. Some people change your entire life by simply loving right. You never asked for anything, yet gave what money cannot buy. A steady heart, a listening ear, and faith when mine ran dry. Now if I spend my years well, there's one truth I'll always bring: the best love I have ever known. Never asked for anything. And if I ever become half as generous as you, maybe that will be the closest way to honor what you do. Because the purest kind of giving leaves echoes long after it's gone. And your quiet way of loving still helps me carry on. You never asked for anything, but gave me more than I There's one truth my heart will sing. I became better because of love. It never asked for anything. The ordinary days were gone. We just didn't know it then. We thought life waited somewhere else, beyond those streets we walked within. Nothing felt historic then. No grand parade, no spotlight glow. But looking back through older eyes, those simple days were gold. Late alarms on weekdays mornings, running out without a plan. Missing buses, borrowed jackets, writing notes across our hands. Corner stores and after school hours, conversations on the way. We believed that bigger moments were arriving any day. We rushed through what was right before us, always reaching for what's next. Never learning how precious life can be when it feels the least complex. The ordinary days were gold. Dinner talks and evening drives, laughing over things forgotten now, that somehow made us feel alive. Rain against familiar windows, television glowing low. We were standing in rich moments and didn't even know. The ordinary days were gold. Weekend errands felt so boring. Photographs felt unnecessary. We assumed there'd always be more time for every ordinary memory. Neighbors waving from porches, shoes left scattered by the stairs, songs drifting through open windows, summer floating in the air. Nobody tells you why you're living, that ordinary can disappear. One day it becomes the thing you wish was still right here. The ordinary days were gold, unremarkable at first glance, but life was quietly writing its most beautiful chapters then. Now I trade 1,000 grand events for one forgotten afternoon, just to sit inside those moments that vanished far too soon. The ordinary days were gold. We spend youth chasing fireworks, thinking brighter means more real. Then age teaches us softly how quiet joys can heal. And what we called routine back then was a treasure we couldn't hold. The richest years I've ever known were ordinary days of gold. Now calendars keep moving and seasons come and go, but memory keeps returning to places I outgrew. And if wouldn't be fame or glory untold. It would be those unnoticed moments when ordinary days were gold. I finally understand why your voice would shake sometimes, why you stayed awake so late at night with heavy thoughts behind your eyes. Why be careful, man, I love you. Why come home soon, and please be safe. I hear those words inside myself now, and everything has changed. I finally understand. When I was younger, I called it pressure, rules that never seemed to end. I thought freedom meant resisting every warning that you said. I rolled my eyes at your concern, thought you worried way too much, never realizing fear and love can often look the same to us. You weren't trying to control me, you were trying to guard my path from storms you knew existed long before I had to ask. I finally understand why you worked through sleepless years, why you smiled in conversations while carrying private fears, why you chose the practical road when your own dreams called your name. You were building something lasting even when it cost you greatly. I finally understand. Now responsibility surround me, bills, decisions, fragile plans, and suddenly your quiet strength feels larger than I can stand. I catch myself repeating phrases that once made younger me complain, and hear your wisdom in my voice like an echo through the years. Time has a way of changing children into mirrors of their past, and showing them the love they missed was always built to last. I finally understand the sacrifices left unnamed, the tears you hid behind closed doors, and how you carried all that strain. And if I ever seem stronger than the person I began, it's because your life became the map. I finally understand. I wish I could return to moments when I misunderstood your heart, and thank you then instead of waiting until time pulled us apart. But maybe understanding late still matters while I can. So hear these words I should have said. I finally understand. The older that I grow, the clearer your love becomes, and all the things I questioned once now feel like priceless ones. Life took years to teach me what your actions always planned. I see it all much clearer now. I finally understand. strength you never showed was louder than words could be. You held entire storms inside so calmer skies could cover me. You never called yourself a hero, never spoke of what you faced, but every quiet step you took still echoes through this place, the strength you never showed. Your generation learned survival before it learned to speak of pain. You kept moving through uncertainty like stopping wasn't in your veins. There were losses left unspoken, dreams postponed without complaint, and somehow you wore ordinary days like armor made of faith. No dramatic declarations, no audience to applaud, just relentless perseverance, walking roads that felt too hard. The strength you never showed lived beneath your calm replies, behind the steady tone you kept and the silence in your eyes. You carried disappointments without letting bitterness grow. That may be the rarest courage, the strength you never showed. Fix what life kept breaking without announcing every scar. You learned how to keep families close even when life stretched too far. There were nights no one remembers, mornings no one ever saw, where you chose responsibility over everything you wanted more. The world celebrates loud victories and dramatic rises tall, but your kind of resilience rarely gets named at all. The strength you never showed was built in moments no one praised, in choosing discipline over comfort, again through endless days. And now when life feels overwhelming, I think of how you move through sorrow and find a quieter kind of courage to face another tomorrow. The strength you never show. Some strength looks like survival, some strength looks like grace, some strength is simply showing up with peace upon your face. And though your story may seem simple to people passing by below, I know greatness when I see it in the strength you never showed. Now time reveals what youth ignored, and truth becomes more clear. The strongest people I have known were never loud enough to hear. And if resilience has a face, it's one I've always known. It lives inside the life you lived, the strength you never showed. Life well loved may not look perfect in the light. Some roads bent the wrong direction, some dreams faded out of sight. But I have held unforgettable faces and watched the seasons come and run. And if this is the story of my years, I'd still call this a beautiful one. A life well loved. I have worn both celebration and disappointment on my skin. I have stood in crowded victories and quiet rooms where I gave in. There were chances left unanswered and words I wish I could rewrite. But I have learned that growing older means making peace with unfinished nights. Not every chapter needed triumph, not every loss erased my name. Some lessons arrived through broken plans and somehow shaped me just the same. A life well loved was never measured just by gold. It's found in conversations that still warm you when you're old, in hands I held through changing years, and friendships time could never move. And every heart that stayed a while became part of my truth. A life well loved. There were mornings full of laughter and evenings heavy with regret. I chased things that didn't matter and found treasures I didn't expect. I have watched children become dreamers, watched strangers become home, and learned that some of life's best gifts arrive completely unknown. The world may celebrate perfection, but perfection disappears. Meaning often hides itself inside imperfect years. A life well loved looks different than I thought before. It's not about the things collected or keeping perfect score. It's leaving kindness where you've been and stories worth retelling of, and knowing when the day is done you truly lived and loved. On a wall, I'll remember midnight laughter and who arrived when I would fall. And if my name is softly spoken by someone smiling from above, that alone would mean I lived a life well loved. So here's to all the messy pages and all the plans that came undone. They helped create a life I'd never trade for anyone. And when I look behind me now, there's one truth I'm certain of. It wasn't flawless, but it was full. A life well loved. Love that stayed outlived the years that slipped away. Through changing streets and changing names, it never asked the world to stay the same. When seasons moved and people changed, life rewrote what we had planned, there was one thing time could never take: the love that stayed. Photographs began to yellow, voices changed with age and time. The neighborhood grew unfamiliar, and childhood places lost their signs. Some traditions slowly faded, some old stories were retold less often. But every holiday gathering still felt like a sacred promise. Life scattered everyone like leaves across different towns and dreams, yet invisible threads remain, stronger than they seem. The love that stayed was found in unexpected calls, remembered birthdays, open doors, and names still written on the walls. Even distance couldn't thin it, even silence couldn't break. Years may alter everything else, but not the love that stayed. Children grew to raise their own now. Parents moved a little slow. Conversations changed from future plans to stories long ago. And though the table got much quieter, with certain chairs now left unused, love still filled the empty spaces where memories continued. Not everything survives forever. Some things naturally fade away, but what is real learns how to remain without demanding to be seen. The love that stayed didn't need dramatic words. It lived inside familiar gestures, and every promise quietly heard. It survived mistakes and distance, and all the things we couldn't save. And that may be life's rarest gift, the love that stayed. Long after celebrations end and milestones disappear, what remains are faithful hearts that keep returning year after year. And when everything feels temporary, there's comfort I can always trace. The people who kept loving me with the love that stayed. Years will continue moving, and more things will rearrange, but some bonds become even stronger because they outlast change. And when my story fades someday, one truth will still remain. My greatest blessing in this life was the love that stayed. Thank you for this life, for every sunrise I could see, for every winding road that somehow led me where I'm meant to be, for laughter echoing through seasons, for tears that taught me how to heal, for all the moments I once questioned that made this journey real. Thank you for this life. There were years of endless waiting and nights that felt too long to bear, dreams that bloomed and dreams that vanished, lessons hidden everywhere. I have loved and I have stumbled, I have watched old chapters close, but every ending left behind a seed of something new to grow. Not every answer came on time, not every prayer arrived the same, yet somehow grace kept finding me in ways I couldn't name. Thank you for this life, for unexpected second chances, for ordinary afternoons and beautifully imperfect dances, for the strangers who became my story, for the ones who helped me rise, for every breath I still awaken to, and every open sky. Thank you for this life. Time has changed familiar faces and carried many things away. Still I find peace in knowing nothing beautiful is ever wasted. Every scar became a teacher, every detour shaped my soul. Even heartbreak had a purpose, leading me toward becoming whole. The future may remain uncertain, but fear no longer leads my way. There's still wonder left to discover in tomorrow's waiting day. Thank you for this life, for the chapters still unwritten, for songs not yet remembered, and blessings still hidden, for all that I have overcome and all I've yet to see. The story isn't ending here, there's more ahead for me. Thank you for this life. And when the evening finally finds me, I hope I greet it without fear, knowing I embrace the beauty of simply being here. Not because my path was perfect, but because I truly tried to love this fleeting precious world with open arms and eyes. Thank you for this life, for every borrowed day, for all the love that shaped my heart and never faded away. And as another dawn arrives, I welcome what may come, with gratitude behind me and hope still yet to run. Thank you for this life. For all the silent sacrifices, the dreams you set aside for mine, the nights you stayed awake in worry and said that everything was fine. You carried more than I could see, and never asked for thanks from me. Now every step I take in life was built by your unseen goodbyes. You wore the same old coat for years, while buying mine brand new. You hid your tired hands behind your back, like they had nothing left to prove. You skipped your share at dinner tables, said you'd eaten long before. But now I see the truth inside of what your hunger covered for. You made hard times feel softer. You made little feel enough, and somehow turned your broken days into a home built out of love. For all the silent sacrifices, the road you walked alone at night, the tears you never let me witness, the battles hidden from my sight. You gave your youth so I could dream. You held together everything, and now I finally understand. Love looked like your weathered hands. You worked through winters feeling endless, through summers without rest. While I complained about tomorrow, you gave today your best. You smiled through your exhaustion just to keep my world at peace, and every burden that you carried made my own feeling complete. I thought love was something spoken in grand and beautiful ways, but yours was quiet repetition, shown in ordinary days. For all the silent sacrifices, for every prayer whispered alone, for every fear you kept from reaching, the children safely growing home. If I become half of who you are, that alone would take me far. And every dream I'm living now still carries your fingerprints somehow. I never thanked you when I should've. I thought there'd always be more time to say I saw the weight you carried, to say your life changed mine. So hear me now through every year, through every distance, every mile. Your quiet love became my strength, your pain became my smile. For all the silent sacrifices, for every unseen thing you gave, I hope this song can hold the words I should have said but never gave. And if love leaves a lasting light, then yours still guides me through the night. For all the silent sacrifices, thank you for my life. Your hands built my world, brick by brick, day by day. While I was busy chasing sunlight, you kept the storms away. You carried weight I never noticed, stood steady when the ground would shake. Everything I proudly stand on now was shaped by all you gave. Your hands built my world. Before I learned to write my name, you signed away your wants, trading comfort for responsibility without applause or songs. Early trains and late night shifts, shoes worn thin from endless miles. You came home tired beyond belief, still greeted me with smiles. I thought the lights just stayed on, I thought the table filled itself. I never saw how much you gave while giving less to yourself. Your hands built my world through winters cold and summers long. You made weakness look like courage and hardship sound like song. You turned small rooms into safety, made uncertainty feel warm. And every dream I'm living now was sheltered through your storms. Your hands built my world. You patched together broken seasons when money disappeared. Somehow birthdays still felt magic, though I know you carried fear. You hid your worries in silence behind ordinary days, making sure I walked ahead while you absorbed the weight. I measured love in spoken words, in grand displays I'd see, but yours was packed in lunchbox notes and waiting up for me. Your hands built my world with aching backs and restless nights. You lifted futures on your shoulders and called the burden light. Now I see the road behind me, every step has your fingerprints. The life I call my own today exists because you didn't quit. Your hands built my world. And if these hands of mine can give half the strength that yours once did, then maybe I can honor the way you always lived. No statue stands to tell your story, no headlines speak your name, but everything I've ever loved exists because you came. Your hands built my world. Though time has changed their shape, I still see everything they made in every path I take. And long after these years are gone, one truth will still unfold. My life began inside the care your worn out hands could hold. Your hands built my world. The meals you never skipped for us, though yours were cold by then. You made sure every plate was full. Again and again, you always said you weren't hungry, that familiar smile. But now I know you gave your share to make our lives worthwhile. And every table memory still carries what you did. Love was served in quiet ways, in the meals you never skipped. You stood before the sunrise came, coffee barely touched, packing lunches, folding napkins, while mornings hurried us. You knew exactly who liked what, who needed something warm. You memorized our little words and kept our days from harm. You ate standing in the kitchen after everyone had gone, and somehow called that enough before another day moved on. The meals you never skipped for us, the portions you gave away, the tired feet behind the stove. At the end of every day, we never saw your empty plate or heard the things you hid. Now I taste your love in every meal you quietly gave to live. Holiday dinners stretch so far, with very little there, yet somehow every cousin left, like abundance filled the air. You saved the better pieces and placed them on our plates, while saying you preferred the rest, though we now know that wasn't fate. Your love was never flashy, it never asked to shine. It looked like burned fingertips and giving us your time. The meals you never skipped for us, though yours grew small and late. You fed our hopes with every bite, and patience on each plate. Now restaurants and crowded rooms still bring me back to this. The richest thing I've ever known was what you chose to miss. If I could cook one evening back, I'd tell you sit and rest. I'd fill your plate before my own and give you nothing less. I'd watch you eat without rushing, without worry on your face, and thank you for the 1,000 nights you fed us through your grace. The meals you never skipped for us still live in who I am, in every chair around my home, in every joint pair of hands. And all those nights are long gone now, one truth remains so clear: love tasted like the food you made, and your presence always near. The meals you never skipped still feed me after all these years. You gave me spring chose colder weather. You found the light when I could barely hold together. When every road looked unfinished and every prayer felt paper thin, you placed your hope inside my hands and taught my heart to bloom again. You gave me spring. I wore exhaustion like a shadow. It followed every step I made. Days felt heavy as unopened curtains, keeping out the break of day. I learned how silence can get louder when dreams begin to disappear. Then you arrived with quiet patience and made the future reappear. You didn't promise easy answers, you simply stayed when nights ran long. And somehow your steady presence helped me hear tomorrow's song. You gave me spring in seasons I thought would never change. You helped the broken parts within me start believing once again. When I was lost inside December, certain warmth would never begin. You opened windows in my soul and let the sunlight back walk in. You gave me spring. There were mornings I avoided mirrors, afraid of who I'd become, living in unfinished chapters, waiting for a page to turn. You spoke gently to my failures, like they were lessons, not the end. And every time I nearly gave up, you helped me rise again. You saw gardens in the ruins, while I only saw the rain. And because you kept believing, I began to grow again. You gave me spring through trembling hands and tired eyes. You rebuilt skies above my world where storms had lived for years inside. And now the flowers I carry started from the seeds you planted then. Everything alive in me began the day you walked in. You gave me spring. Some people leave footprints, some rewrite your sky. Some arrive so quietly, you don't know they changed your life. But years from now I'll still remember who helped me breathe when hope grew thin. The one who stood beside my winter and gave me spring. Now warm winds fill the spaces that used to ache with snow, and life feels brighter than the version of myself I used to know. If gratitude could become music, this would be the song I'd sing. For the one who stayed through winter and gave me spring. was heavier than we knew. 1,000 unseen burdens hidden in the things you do. You wore exhaustion quietly, like it was part of getting by, and built tomorrow with your strength while setting your own dreams aside. The life you carried for us. Before the city lights came on, you were already on your way. Factories, buses, fields, and offices, all before the break of day. Rain on jackets, worn out shoes, bills stacked high upon the shelf. Still somehow you made it seem like struggle belonged to no one else. You learned to swallow disappointment so we could laugh without concern, and turned your hardest chapters into lessons we could learn. The life you carried for us bent your shoulders through the years. You hid uncertainty behind routines and wiped away your fears. You made impossible look ordinary and scarcity feel small. We grew up standing safely because you stood through it all. The life you carried for us. Vacations lived in photographs that rarely came to life. You postponed your own wishes to survive another night. Birthday still arrived with candles even when money disappeared. You made celebration happen while quietly carrying fear. You never asked for recognition, never needed praise at all. You simply kept on moving whenever life became too tall. The life you carried for us was made of overtime and pain, missed sleep and silent pressure, walking miles through wind and rain. And now I see the years you gave that youth could never understand. Everything we call comfort now was built from where you chose to stand. The life you carried for us. History won't remember the names of ordinary souls who kept entire families alive while paying heavy tolls. But inside every peaceful home and every child who freely dreams lives the story of a generation, strong beyond what anyone sees. The life you carried for us still echoes through these days, in every chance we now receive, and every easier way. And though time has changed your footsteps, one truth remains, because we are standing here today because you carried life for us. Even when you were tired, you opened that front door smiling, with the whole day on your shoulders, still somehow gentle and shining. Your eyes look like midnight hours, but your voice felt warm and bright. You made exhaustion disappear every single night, even when you were tired. The clock would crawl past dinner, and we would wait to hear your keys, and footsteps down the hallway, like comfort arriving quietly. Your uniform smelled like long hours, your sleeves were lined with dust, but somehow you would kneel right down and make time only for us. You never brought your hardest days into the rooms we knew. You left your worries at the door before you walked into view. Even when you were tired, you laughed at all our little jokes, listened to our endless stories, though your body begged for rest the most. You carried fatigue like silence, never letting pressure show. We only saw your kindness then, not what you hid below. Even when you were tired, some nights you fell asleep sitting with the television low, half-finished tea beside you, too drained to let it go. Morning always came too quickly, yet you rose before the sun, and somehow made another day feel lighter for everyone. As children we mistook your strength as something endless, always there. Now I know resilience looked like quiet love wrapped in wear. Even when you were tired, you still made ordinary feel safe, turned ordinary evenings into memories time won't erase. And now when mirrors show me the years moving through my face, I understand the courage it took to give us your brightest face. Even when you were tired, if I could speak to that younger self, I'd say look a little more at the slowing steps and the pause before the door. Because heroes rarely arrive loudly, sometimes they simply stand, smiling through their weariness, doing all they can. Even when you were tired, you made our world feel home. And now your quiet endurance lives inside my soul. I see you clearer now, with gratitude deeper than words require. I remember your smile most, even when you were tired. The warmest place was home. Not grand, not bright, not new. Just faded walls and creaking floors, and windows with familiar views, where laughter lived in narrow halls and old songs played on radios. We never knew how rich we were in that little place we called our own. The warmest place was home. The couch had marks from years of living. The table leaned a little sideways. Picture frames were slightly crooked, but no one seemed to mind that way. Rain would tap against the rooftop, while dinner scents filled every room, and winter coats by the doorway promised someone would be home soon. Nothing matched perfectly there, but everything somehow belonged, and silence never stayed too long, because love lived in everyday songs. The warmest place was home, where ordinary moments stayed. Cartoons on slow Saturday mornings, and homework at the kitchen space. Birthday candles, hallway races, holiday lights we'd leave too long. The world felt softer every night inside the place where we grew strong. The warmest place was home. There was a crack above the doorway, a clock that always ran too fast, a garden struggling every summer, still somehow blooming back. We thought bigger houses mattered, and dreamed of leaving someday soon, never knowing years would make us miss that small familiar room. Time has given larger spaces and different cities, different views, but nowhere feels as deeply safe as where our earliest memories grew. The warmest place was home, not because of what we own, but because no matter what went wrong, we never felt alone. Now every road I travel and every place I roam still searches for the feeling of that quiet little home. The warmest place was home. Some addresses disappear, some buildings fall apart, but certain rooms stay standing forever in your heart. And if I could walk one doorway back, I'd stay a little longer there, listening to familiar voices floating softly through the air. The warmest place was home, and though those years are gone, that little world still lights my life whenever nights feel long. And no matter where life takes me, one truth remains well known. safest place I've ever loved was the place we called home. This is what love looks like. It isn't fireworks in the sky. It's waiting in the parking lot and asking how your day went by. It's saving half the better piece and leaving porch lights glowing late. It's showing up without a reason and choosing you in ordinary ways. This is what love looks like. It's coffee made the way you like it, before your eyes are fully awake. It's fixing things that no one notices, just to lighten someone's day. It's reading moods without a warning, knowing when to simply stay near, and understanding certain silences better than 1,000 words could hear. It rarely asks for recognition, it doesn't need a grand display. Its strongest form can often hide inside the smallest parts of day. This is what love looks like. Folded laundry on a chair, checking if you made it safely home, and noticing when you seem scared. It's learning all your fragile places and never using them to win. It's making room for someone else and letting kindness settle in. This is what love looks like. It's old conversations repeated and laughing like they still feel new. It's grocery lists and pharmacy stops and umbrellas brought for two. It's staying through unfinished seasons when easier roads call your name, and finding beauty in familiar faces after years have changed the frame. The world may celebrate beginnings and stories full of dramatic sparks, but lasting devotion quietly grows inside predictable hearts. This is what love looks like. 1,000 unnoticed things, holding doors and holding patience during life's unraveling. It's less about forever promises and more about today, choosing someone over and over in beautifully common ways. This is what love looks like. Someday photographs will fade and flowers won't remain, but the tenderness of daily care outlives passion's loud parade. And when I think of real devotion, it never shouts above. It whispers through repeated acts. That's what becomes true love. This is what love looks like. Not perfect, loud, or rare. It lives in countless little things that say I'm always there. And if someone loves you quietly, don't miss what they're made of. Because sometimes the simplest moments are exactly what love looks like. You never asked for anything, not praise, not gifts, not your name in lights. You gave your hours without counting and stood beside my hardest nights. You offered more than words could measure and took so little in return. Now I'm living in the kindness I was far too young to learn. You never asked for anything. I borrowed time you couldn't spare and never knew the cost. You answered every sudden call, no matter what you lost. You celebrated every victory like it was your own to claim, and quietly stood behind me without needing any fame. I mistook your constant presence as something life would always bring, never seeing how rare it was to love without bargaining. No repayment, no applause. You simply kept on giving without explaining why at all. You made room when life got crowded. You stayed calm when things went wrong, and somehow turned your steady care into the place where I belong. You never asked for anything. You remembered every detail that I forgot to mention twice. The dates that matter most to me, the dreams behind my eyes. When my confidence went missing, you loaned me some of yours and waited patiently outside so I could open doors. Not every hero makes announcements, not every gift arrives wrapped bright. Some people change your entire life by simply loving right. You never asked for anything, yet gave what money cannot buy. A steady heart, a listening ear, faith when mine ran dry. Now if I spend my years well, there's one truth I'll always bring: the best love I have ever known. Never asked for anything. And if I ever become half as generous as you, maybe that will be the closest way to honor what you do. Because the purest kind of giving leaves echoes long after it's gone. And your quiet way of loving still helps me carry on. You never asked for anything, but gave me more than I can name. And every beautiful thing ahead will always speak your name. Though I can't repay the life you shaped, there's one truth my heart will sing: I became better because of love that never asked for anything. The ordinary days were gone. We just didn't know it then. We thought life waited somewhere else, beyond those streets we walked within. Nothing felt historic then. No grand parade, no spotlight glow. But looking back through older eyes, those simple days were gold. Late alarms on weekdays mornings, running out without a plan. Missing buses, borrowed jackets, writing notes across our hands. Corner stores and after school hours, conversations on the way. We believed that bigger moments were arriving any day. We rushed through what was right before us, always reaching for what's next, never learning how precious life can be when it feels the least complex. The ordinary days were gold. Dinner talks and evening drives, laughing over things forgotten now, that somehow made us feel alive. Rain against familiar windows, television glowing low. We were standing in rich moments and didn't even know. The ordinary days were gold. Weekend errands felt so boring, photographs felt unnecessary. We assumed there'd always be more time for every ordinary memory. Neighbors waving from porches, shoes left scattered by the stairs, songs drifting through open windows, summer floating in the air. Nobody tells you while you're living that ordinary can disappear. One day it becomes the thing you wish was still right here. The ordinary days were gold, unremarkable at first glance, but life was quietly writing its most beautiful chapters then. Now I trade 1,000 grand events for one forgotten afternoon, just to sit inside those moments that vanished far too soon. The ordinary days were gold. We spend youth chasing fireworks, thinking brighter means more real. Then age teaches us softly how quiet joys can heal. And what we called routine back then was a treasure we couldn't hold. The richest years I've ever known were ordinary days of gold. Now calendars keep moving and seasons come and go, but memory keeps returning to places I outgrew. And if I could relive one chapter, it wouldn't be fame or glory on would be those unnoticed moments when ordinary days were gold. I finally understand why your voice would shake sometimes, why you stayed awake so late at night with heavy thoughts behind your eyes. Why be careful, man, I love you. Why come home soon, and please be safe. I hear those words inside myself now, and everything has changed. I finally understand. When I was younger, I called it pressure, rules that never seemed to end. I thought freedom meant resisting every warning that you said. I rolled my eyes at your concern, thought you worried way too much, never realizing fear and love can often look the same to us. You weren't trying to control me, you were trying to guard my path from storms you knew existed long before I had to ask. I finally understand why you worked through sleepless years, why you smiled in conversations while carrying private fears, why you chose the practical road when your own dreams called your name. You were building something lasting even when it cost you greatly. I finally understand. Now responsibilities surround me, bills, decisions, fragile plans, and suddenly your quiet strength feels larger than I can stand. I catch myself repeating phrases that once made younger me complain, and hear your wisdom in my voice like an echo through the years. Time has a way of changing children into mirrors of their past, and showing them the love they missed was always built to last. I finally understand the sacrifices left unnamed, the tears you hid behind closed doors, and how you carried all that strain. And if I ever seem stronger than the person I began, it's because your life became the map. I finally understand. I wish I could return to moments when I misunderstood your heart, and thank you then instead of waiting until time pulled us apart. But maybe understanding late still matters while I can. So hear these words I should have said. I finally understand. The older that I grow, the clearer your love becomes, and all the things I questioned once now feel like priceless ones. Life took years to teach me what your actions always planned. I see it all much clearer now. I finally understand. The strength you never showed was louder than words could be. You held entire storms inside so calmer skies could cover me. You never called yourself a hero, never spoke of what you faced, but every quiet step you took still echoes through this place, the strength you never showed. Your generation learned survival before it learned to speak of pain. You kept moving through uncertainty like stopping wasn't in your veins. There were losses left unspoken, dreams postponed without complaint, and somehow you wore ordinary days like armor made of faith. No dramatic declarations, no audience to applaud, just relentless perseverance, walking roads that felt too hard. The strength you never showed lived beneath your calm replies, behind the steady tone you kept and the silence in your eyes. You carried disappointments without letting bitterness grow. That may be the rarest courage, the strength you never showed. You fixed what life kept breaking without announcing every scar. You learned how to keep families close even when life stretched too far. There were nights no one remembers, mornings no one ever saw, where you chose responsibility over everything you wanted more. The world celebrates loud victories and dramatic rises tall, but your kind of resilience rarely gets named at all. The strength you never showed was built in moments no one praised, in choosing discipline over comfort, again through endless days. And now when life feels overwhelming, I think of how you move through sorrow and find a quieter kind of courage to face another tomorrow. The strength you never show. Some strength looks like survival, some strength looks like grace, some strength is simply showing up with peace upon your face. And though your story may seem simple to people passing by below, I know greatness when I see it in the strength you never showed. Now time reveals what youth ignored, and truth becomes more clear. The strongest people I have known were never loud enough to hear. And if resilience has a face, it's one I've always known. It lives inside the life you lived, the strength you never showed. A life well loved may not look perfect in the light. Some roads bent the wrong direction, some dreams faded out of sight. But I have held unforgettable faces and watched the seasons come and run. And if this is the story of my years, I'd still call this a beautiful one. A life well loved. I have worn both celebration and disappointment on my skin. I have stood in crowded victories and quiet rooms where I gave in. There were chances left unanswered and words I wish I could rewrite. But I have learned that growing older means making peace with unfinished nights. Not every chapter needed triumph, not every loss erased my name. Some lessons arrived through broken plans and somehow shaped me just the same. A life well loved was never measured just by gold. It's found in conversations that still warm you when you're old, in hands I held through changing years, and friendships time could never move. And every heart that stayed a while became part of my truth. A life well loved. There were mornings full of laughter and evenings heavy with regret. I chased things that didn't matter and found treasures I didn't expect. I have watched children become dreamers, watched strangers become home, and learned that some of life's best gifts arrive completely unknown. The world may celebrate perfection, but perfection disappears. Meaning often hides itself inside imperfect years. A life well loved looks different than I thought before. It's not about the things collected or keeping perfect score. It's leaving kindness where you've been and stories worth retelling of, and knowing when the day is done you truly lived and loved. On a wall, I'll remember midnight laughter and who arrived when I would fall. And if my name is softly spoken by someone smiling from above, that alone would mean I lived a life well loved. So here's to all the messy pages and all the plans that came undone. They helped create a life I'd never trade for anyone. And when I look behind me now, there's one truth I'm certain of. It wasn't flawless, but it was full. A life well loved. Love that stayed outlived the years that slipped away. Through changing streets and changing names, it never asked the world to stay the same. When seasons moved and people changed, life rewrote what we had planned, there was one thing time could never take: the love that stayed. Photographs began to yellow, voices changed with age and time. The neighborhood grew unfamiliar, and childhood places lost their signs. Some traditions slowly faded, some old stories were retold less often. But every holiday gathering still felt like a sacred promise. Life scattered everyone like leaves across different towns and dreams, yet invisible threads remain, stronger than they seem. The love that stayed was found in unexpected calls, remembered birthdays, open doors, and names still written on the walls. Even distance couldn't thin it, even silence couldn't break. Years may alter everything else, but not the love that stayed. Children grew to raise their own now. Parents moved a little slow. Conversations changed from future plans to stories long ago. And though the table got much quieter, with certain chairs now left unused, love still filled the empty spaces where memories continued. Not everything survives forever. Some things naturally fade away, but what is real learns how to remain without demanding to be seen. The love that stayed didn't need dramatic words. It lived inside familiar gestures, and every promise quietly heard. It survived mistakes and distance, and all the things we couldn't save. And that may be life's rarest gift, the love that stayed. Long after celebrations end and milestones disappear, what remains are faithful hearts that keep returning year after year. And when everything feels temporary, there's comfort I can always trace. The people who kept loving me with the love that stayed. Years will continue moving, and more things will rearrange, but some bonds become even stronger because they outlast change. And when my story fades someday, one truth will still remain. My greatest blessing in this life was the love that stayed. Thank you for this life, for every sunrise I could see, for every winding road that somehow led me where I'm meant to be, for laughter echoing through seasons, for tears that taught me how to heal, for all the moments I once questioned that made this journey real. Thank you for this life. There were years of endless waiting, and Nights that felt too long to bear, dreams that bloomed and dreams that vanished, lessons hidden everywhere. I have loved and I have stumbled, I have watched old chapters close, but every ending left behind a seed of something new to grow. Not every answer came on time, not every prayer arrived the same, yet somehow grace kept finding me in ways I couldn't name. Thank you for this life, for unexpected second chances, for ordinary afternoons and beautifully imperfect dances, for the strangers who became my story, for the ones who helped me rise, for every breath I still awaken to, and every open sky. Thank you for this life. Time has changed familiar faces and carried many things away. Still I find peace in knowing nothing beautiful is ever wasted. Every scar became a teacher, every detour shaped my soul. Even heartbreak had a purpose, leading me toward becoming whole. The future may remain uncertain, but fear no longer leads my way. There's still wonder left to discover in tomorrow's waiting day. Thank you for this life, for the chapters still unwritten, for songs not yet remembered, and blessings still hidden, for all that I have overcome and all I've yet to see. The story isn't ending here, there's more ahead for me. Thank you for this life. And when the evening finally finds me, I hope I greet it without fear, knowing I embrace the beauty of simply being here. Not because my path was perfect, but because I truly tried to love this fleeting precious world with open arms and eyes. Thank you for this life, for every borrowed day, for all the love that shaped my heart and never faded away. And as another dawn arrives, I welcome what may come, with gratitude behind me and hope still yet to run. Thank you for this life.